So today's lesson is going to be on how to break objects down into forms. And I'm going to use my digital drawing tablet for this one. Now, Cezanne is the one that said that everything in nature can be broken down into a sphere, a cone, and a cylinder. Cezanne said that. So we can break any objects down into these objects, but you can also break them down into simple shapes. If you were to break them down into forms, you would typically use these. But if you were to break them down into shapes, you can use, squares and rectangles as well. So, say I'm going to be drawing, maybe, let's see, I've got a water bottle up here on my desk. So I'm going to look at it. The very first thing I see, starting at the very top, is I see an oval for the cap. And technically, it is a cylinder because it's got a rounded top, rounded bottom, and straight sides. Now I want to go down a little bit because it has a little lip. And then I need to add what would kind of be a cone. Now remember, Cezanne said this about things found in nature. We don't exactly find naturally occurring water bottles in nature. We don't see plastic water bottles just growing out of the ground. So, but a similar concept can be applied. If I add maybe the top of a cone, if I cut off the very top of a cone, I get this. Well, then I can go down. Oh, it's back into a cylinder again. Let me scroll down a little bit. Now it goes down. It continues going straight down, but then it curves again. So think of that as like adding a circle here. And I want to erase that last line I just did. And then it goes back into that cylinder. Actually, it curves out. And then it rounds off. A lot of this is also visual measurement. I have to go, well, how far down do I have to be from the cap in order to make it look right? I have to flare this out a little bit because it curves up a little bit before it curves down. So, that's just me figuring it out. There, I just broke it down into shapes. Drawing the outer edge. I'm going, okay, so here was a cylinder. Then it goes a little straighter down, so that's technically another cylinder. Then I have, let me use a different color to illustrate this. I'm going to go into a bright green. So I'm going to add another layer. I'm not used to working so much with this digital program yet. I've just been playing with it a little bit. I wonder how I need to add another layer. But, oh well, I'll just do this. So, So, this right here is basically a cylinder. Let's make that a little bit better. So y'all can see it actually. So that's a cylinder, but what if I did this? Oh, look at there. It's a cone. Because it's a triangle with a curved bottom. Now, what about this though? Oh, look at there. It's a cylinder. What about this though? We go straight down. in all technicality, this is also a cylinder. It's just got a wider base. I just added a cone. So, very simple shapes. Very simple forms just to get the same effect. That's the easiest way to draw. If you go into any Learn How to Draw book, that's what they do. They break it down into shapes. Y'all have seen it where you're like, okay, draw the circle. Draw another circle. Now draw another circle here. Connect. Connect. Thinner line here. Connect here. Add another circle. Add another circle. Add another circle. Ooh. I'm trying to draw a cat. I can't draw one from like memory, but you've seen that. You've all seen that. How we'll learn how to draw people. Because I have that one more memorized. Oh dear, I'm out of undos. Okay, yeah. Okay, so how we'll learn how to draw people. We'll have circles. Circles and cylinders. In order to draw a person, I'm doing this super fast, but it's very out of proportion. I'm gonna make the head smaller. Yeah. Neck's really long, but I don't care. Person. It's all just shapes. You take those shapes, you arrange them a certain way, and you get what you need. That's how you break down objects. Now, I did this starting off. Basically, I started with the simple objects, and as I keep going, I'll get more and more detailed. I'll erase many of these as well. But like I said with the water bottle, I was looking at it, and then I just broke it down. I just said, okay, the cap. If we look at the cap, we see this top circle. Then we go down. That cap is a cylinder. Well, it goes down a little bit. You have to break it down a little piece by piece by piece. You can't just go, you just can't go, bottle. No, we don't do that. Break it down piece by piece by piece, and you'll get those forms down. And then eventually, you can just start drawing from just looking at it like how I've done. Now, why don't we put this into practice and see if this will let me open an image. I have it in my downloads. So, why don't we work off of this one here if it'll let me. Okay. Oh, I forgot you had a layer right here. Huh. Okay. So, looking at this image here, we've got a still life. Well, we got to break it down. Now, I'm going to go into this bright green color so y'all can see. So, we've got to break it down into shapes. This is what we see in front of us. Well, I would start personally with this cup, because when I close my eyes and then I open them, my eye immediately goes here first because it's more contrasted than everything else. So we start at the top. Let's make my pen size a little bigger. So we have an oval at the top, because that's just how cups start off. A little bigger. Well then, now it's a cylinder. It just curves at the bottom. Cylinder. And then you just add a curve for the handle. Cup. The orange is easy. Draw a circle. And not even a perfect circle. It's something kind of oblong. Now let's look at the bottle. Well, it's a series of cylinders and cones. So we don't see a circle at the top. So it just kind of has like a little circle here, a little square here. Now, think of that stopping there. Because right here at the shoulders of the bottle, now looky there, is a cone. And we go down. Oh, it's a cylinder. So, y'all see how easy that is? It's just breaking it down into simple shapes. Let's get another one. I can do this all day. Me making thumbnails. Where did I have these? There we go. Why don't we go with this mountain lion here? And to open. Come on. Let's open. I'm gonna close out these previous ones. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so y'all can see. There we go. I'm gonna add a layer. Let's see how the brush does good on this one. Okay. Alright, so let's look at this mountain lion. Well, if we think about it right here, that's kind of cone shaped. And it goes back up. We have got 3 different shapes in one here. You've got a cone. Right in here, you have a triangle-shaped cylinder with a round bottom going back. You don't even have to do the bottom part. I just know that this is rounded here, so I just made it rounded. Let's see. For the head. Oh, looky there. It's a circle. Oh, looky here. It's a cone. Oh, what about the eyes? Oh, guess what? They're circles. They're circles, but you just cut them off by drawing lemons or almonds. Depends on what you want to call them. But just seriously, if you want to do the nose, Guess what? It's a cone. So do you see how easily I broke this cougar down into those basic shapes? If we take that off of there and look, seriously, I wanna come back. So look, very similar. So that's just your starting point. You don't leave it there. You of course go back in to where you're drawing it cleanly. So you go in and you go, okay, well this curve's here. This of course keeps this. We have this here. You don't really see this in drawing, you just kind of only see that. I can't really get rid of it right now because I'm not sure where my eraser tool is in this program. I think it's down in there, but I'm trying to get more experience working with this one program. The tip of this cone can be cut off because it's rounded. We can add maybe some fuzzy lines here. The eyes go out this way further. We can work with the pupil. So you see how it's getting more and more like the drawing as we go along. I don't like tracing whiskers exactly because they don't look right if you do it that way. So take that off of there. Oh, looking more like that cougar now, isn't it? And not only just because I traced over the form, it's because I broke it down into those shapes first, and then I just kept adding details. If I were to draw, it's the same principle as if I were just using this from reference like I did with my bottle. You just start breaking it down into shapes, and then you start adding details and erasing what you need to erase. It's just that easy. That is the main way that artists figure out how their stuff is drawn. Not only that, it's just also figuring out measuring and framing, which is something else we'll look at soon in just a moment. So that's the basics of measuring and framing. Whenever you do your observational drawings where you're observing a still life or from a photograph, anything like that, this is what you can use to help break it down for you. You just have to look for it piece by piece. You don't look at it as a whole. You look at it piece by piece. Figure out what shape is what every little piece is. That is the easiest way to get a more representative drawing. Okay, so that's it for this video. We're going to work on framing and measuring it, so you can look at that one and get an idea how to take this and create good compositions with it and also make accurate proportions. So I will see you in the next video.